Hi guys, Ryan here, and this time I've got a new Glendios build. This is, well, Ethan showed me a link to Living Proof, so shout out to him, who showed off his mate's version of the no damage Glendios, and so I thought I'd give it a go and try it myself. So starters, world line, basic Glendios starter. We run 4 crits. The ones put into deck can lock a rear guard in the back row, as long as there's already a lock card. Good for refilling your deck, so you don't deck out and locking more cards. We have 4 obligatory heals. Really, I'm not too sure whether I want to keep heals in, but they're always handy. Then we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 draw triggers to help get all the combo pieces to hand. Grade 1s, we run 1 Rain Elemental tier for the counter charge, and it's a 6k base. So main thing is riding like your 6ks and 8ks with a card on the field, swing and don't give them any damage, basically. We have 2 Dark Elemental Toxic. Turn Glendios' LB5 into an LB4 if need be. So they're not going to give you up 5 damage, you don't want to risk them critting you. You can use that. We have 2 Imaginary Orthos. You've got enough reverse in hand, but you can't lock all their field. Go into the stride, but it only Omega locks if you're on 5 damage. You can use this, call it Counter Blast 1, give you center damage, at end of turn heal it. So it gets the Omega locking off on the Glendios stride, but it does heal you back to 4, and then that's where this guy comes in, allowing you to get World End off and auto win. Next up, we have 2 Grab Hand Gorilla. Probably the best ride for grade 1, since when it's attacked it gains 5k until end of that battle. So help with keeping defensive up. And then 4 Unflit PGs, just for the counter charge. Grade 2s, we have 4 Star Vader Cold Death Dragon. If you don't get enough cards to lock the entire field, you can force them to lock more, and it's an 8k base, so perfect to ride on grade 2 and swing in to not give them any damage but get more cards. Then we have 2 Star Vader Photon in there because it's Legion mate for the grade 3 we have in here, and because it can lock more cards. And finally we have 2 Negligible Hydra. Same concept as Imaginary Orthos, just on a grade 2. Plus 8k base, so good for riding. Grade 3s. We have 3 Glendios. Obviously we're trying to win by his auto win condition. We have at the moment 2 Freezeway. I need to try and get some more for this deck, but he's your main ride. With him being 10k you can swing into your opponent's 11k and be okay for not hitting, because any triggers you do get you would give to, say, like a draw trigger on your field. So you attack with it unboosted, give all the trigger effects to this guy, and they take no damage. And we have 2 Reverse Cradle, because it's reversed. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more reverses, just so you can use a stride to its effectiveness. And they're all fancy. Next up is Dark Bond Dragon. It's just sat in here to replace a 3rd Freezeway. Once I get another one it will be took out. It's mainly because it's 10k base. And the last grade 3 is Garnet Star Dragon. Legions with Photon, so you can refill your deck with 4 more cards, which basically you either win by instant winning or your opponent decks out. Normally you would only lose if you get rushed really fast and they crit you quite a lot, or you go to time, like I've done many a time. But strides, got 2 Demon Maxwell for in our G guards. This will be swapped out for Fighters Collection 1 once I can get hold of them, but I'm trying not to spend that much any money at the moment. I have 1 Dismal, just because it's Cray Elemental, and now I have 2 of the Gleam clones. Again, because it's Cray Elemental, and I can drop a draw trigger to draw another card if I need this. Strides. I have 4 Medu. Since Freeze Ray isn't Freeze Ray, I forget. Yeah, since Freeze Ray Dragon is a 10k, you can get Medu's effects off to get Grade 3s back to hand. So you can drop a reverse to Stride, go into Medu, get it back, and then swing at their rear guard with it to get your extra cards in hand. Plus Cray Elemental for the Grade 1, so you get all the counter charge off. Then we'll have 1 Snow Elemental Element Valancher, basically similar to Medu, working with Freeze Ray, gets you a draw and hit in the rear guards. Then we have 2 Big Crunch Dragon. If need be, you can go into him, Omega Lock a column, and then stride into the Glendios Stride next turn to lock the rest. So handy to start Omega Locking if you want to speed up. And then 4 Death Star Vader Omega Loop Glendios. The key card to use the reverses just to lock the entire field down. And yeah, that's the gist of the no damage Glendios deck. But I will be doing match videos on it just to show how it works in practice. But whether or not, well, it depends on how long the videos are, because these matches can take ages with this deck. Just to warn you. But stay tuned for them coming up soon. So this has been Ryan from Team GHQ. Goodbye.